Check my dinosaurs, my dinosaurs.
Well, since they're twins, I'm gonna have to call them Fred and George. There we go, Fred and George, everybody. Do you get the reference? Let me know down below if you got the reference.
Hey guys, it's Em. Today I'm gonna be talking to you about something that I've been asked a lot over the past week. So without further ado, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is that I actually do, like my actual job. Like, where have all these creatures come from? A lot of you have come to follow me on my Instagram, thank you so much, and also over on my Snapchat and Twitter. You will see that I've got a lot of other animals that I haven't yet featured on my channel here. So every time I post pictures of me with the meerkat or with the chinchillas or the crocodiles or some of the other snakes or the bats, like these huge massive mega fruit bats, which are just the most amazing creatures in the world, and I promise I will share them with you as soon as I can when I get a break in my work. However, a lot of you have been asking, Em, seriously, what is it? What do you do? What is this like magicalness you get to do every day where you're like playing with all these animals and Snapchatting them like a crocodile? That did not work. Like snap as in a never mind. Awkward. Please excuse my lighting. I know my lighting has just gone really weird. It's about sunset here in the UK, which is funny because there's no sun in the UK, ever. It's just grey and miserable the whole time. Look at it. It actually looks quite nice out there for the moment, but it's deceptive. It's not very nice out there. So, what is it I actually do? I'm an animal. Blah. I'm an animal. I am an animal. Okay, basically what I do is something called animal education. So I work with a company as a contractor because I kind of work for myself. I work with a company that I'm partnered with, and I basically go around to schools and I give talks about like life cycles, rainforests, evolution, basically teaching all kinds of people about animals. So it's perfect because I love talking about animals, in case you couldn't already decipher. And the way it works is basically I get up in the mornings, I drive elsewhere to where some of the larger animals are kept. We kind of run like a cooperative, so a whole bunch of us have like invested in a place. We work there together. Some of us like clean and maintain, like some of us are animal technicians. That's how I started out, where you're like feeding and cleaning the animals and looking after them, doing the maintenance of the place. Then there are educators or performers, because you're kind of giving a performance while you're educating, and we basically take a whole range of animals, go into a school or a museum or even hospitals. We do hospitals, prisons, special needs schools, like anything you can imagine, we probably do it. And even film and TV work, and we basically take our animals, make sure that they're nice and comfy, and we give like a presentation
on rainforests or adaptation, evolution, African animals. These are just some of the things that come up very regularly. The most popular topics that we get are like rainforests or nocturnal creatures.
Actually, here's a word you can learn. Did you know the word diurnal? So in case you don't know, there's nocturnal for nighttime animals, and then diurnal means daytime animals. So if you didn't know that, then let me know down below that you learned something new. The easy way to remember is N for night, D for day. Nocturnal, diurnal. Nocturnal, diurnal. There, you learned something. You're welcome. So basically that is what I do. I take animals into schools and I give presentations. Now, I know that sounds like the most amazing job in the world, and for the most part it is very repetitive though. Like some days you just want to take a little bit of a break from it, because when you work with animals and you're surrounded with them all day and you come home and you have more, like that's something that can be really tough with the job. Other things to do with the job is really early starts. My work is like an hour away from me, so when I get up in the morning, let's say I have a show at 9 o'clock, so that's a typical weekday morning. You know, schools, they want to get kids into the assembly, and they want to have a presentation for a couple of hours, so sometimes I'll do like 1 hour or 1.5 hours, or an hour then a break and then another hour, and just like rolling shows throughout the day, sometimes like 9 o'clock until like 1, or 1 until 3, or whatever it is. So let's say, for example, I start at 9 o'clock. That means with London traffic I have to get up at 4, not even joking, 4 a.m, which means I have about half an hour to get ready and leave the house. So I leave at 4:30. That means I get to my work at about 5:30, and then by the time everything is packed up and ready to go on the road again, it's about 6. And then from 6 It takes me about 2 hours to get anywhere because London traffic is no joke. If you live in LA, you might have a kind of general idea of what I'm talking about, but typically you sit in traffic for about 2 hours every day, depending on where you're going. The further away, the longer you have to leave. So you have like a 2-hour journey, then you have to get in, sign in, set up, and then you can like relax before you start like entertaining people and telling them about all these amazing animals. So yeah, it can be very, very stressful, like the travel side of things, and that is the bit that I do not enjoy. I do not enjoy sitting in traffic or behind the wheel. And of course the whole time you're thinking like, is the temperature okay for the animals? Am I listening to the radio too loud? Some of the animals need to have heat, so you have to have like special heat enclosures. Other animals do not like the heat, like our chinchillas. We don't bring them out for like the whole of the summer because they can overheat. So we have to leave those at home and substitute them for maybe another mammal, say a meerkat, who does like coming out in the summer. So there's a lot of considerations. The way that I got into my work is basically, long story short, I met someone who I was in a relationship with who did the work, and he was working for like a more professional company, whereas I was already doing it myself before I met him, but just not particularly professionally. I had no idea that it was actually a proper profession. So I was just kind of doing it here and there, and by chance we met on a film set, and long story short, he was like, okay, I'm gonna introduce you to the place that I work. Are you game? I was like, yes, of course I am game. Let's partner this. So yeah, animal education is basically what I do. But then it's not only that, I do a lot of other different things too, which I'm not gonna get into. I have a very, very strong work ethic. If I'm not working for like a single day, even on a weekend, because usually I don't do weekends, I work solid like 7 days a week. The animals don't work 7 days a week. They actually work no more than 2 days a week and never 2 consecutive days. So, I mean, they're lucky. I work every day. Like, that's the thing with animals. Everyone wants to work with animals, but they don't want to put the time in. What you have to realize is if you have a job with animals and you want to take a day off, you either need someone to come in and care for those animals for you, or you got to start your day off really early, get all the animal stuff out of the way, and then start your day off. So it's not all sunshine and rainbows, and you know, there's a lot of like paperwork involved, a lot of licenses involved, a lot of money involved, a lot of time, oh my god, taxes, licenses, permits. Oh my god. Honestly, I feel like I have found my calling with animal education. I love animal education, and the fact that I can kind of do it on YouTube now is just amazing, because I've always been like a bit of a performer, in case you did not notice. My other passion is films and acting, so I actually went to stage school for about 5 years. Believe it or not, this is the result of 5 years of stage school. It makes you crazy. Animals have literally, since my very first memories of maybe being 5 or 6 years old. I know most people can remember before that. I remember nothing before that. Am I adopted? I honestly can never recall a time where I didn't like properly love and appreciate animals. I remember like gathering like little insects. My first pet was called Squirm the Worm, and I found him in my garden, and I kept him probably for like a day before he died because I had no idea what I was doing. But I was 5, like, give me a break. My entire family, nobody is an animal person. Nobody. Like, we did not have pets. I was not allowed pets growing up. And it was just the worst thing in the world when I started sneaking home animals after school. I snuck home a baby rat, which I actually raised, and my teacher allowed me to bring him into school. It was amazing. That was Spike, my rat. I had a mouse. I snuck home 2 budgies, terrapins, and eventually it came to a point where I had like 12 pets, and my parents were like, where did we go wrong? I think I got my passion maybe from my grandfather. He has this amazing library in Spain, and it's just full of like language books, geography books, natural history books, and there is this one book that I remember. It was a big brown book with like gold lettering that just said, I think, animals down the side, with a little gecko embossed on the side. And I used to sit there on my summer holidays when we used to spend like 3 or 4 weeks there, and I would just read it and reread it and look at the pictures and go from like the invertebrate section to the ambush predator section, and that was like so exciting for me. Like I knew what was on the other side of the page, but I couldn't wait to get there. Although I work in animal education now, I never in a million years thought that I was gonna work in animal education. Like I had a very set idea of the job I was going to do with animals, and that has like completely changed, and it's so funny how that happens. But let me know if you would like to see a video about like my animal journey, because I have worked in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 or 6 different animal jobs. So let me know if you'd like to know about the way that I got into this, like the entire journey, and like just know everybody's journey is different. And if you wanted to work with animals, there's a million things you can do. Like people don't realize I'm gonna have to do another video. Like I am gonna have to just do another video on it. Oh, my babies are awake. Do you guys recognize this little beauty? It's Ditto, Ditto, Ditto. She's like semi-fired up at the moment. Say hi to everybody on YouTube. Hello. Who else do I have over here? Oh, Banoffee. I have found Banoffee. This one over here is Banoffee, because her colours remind me of Banoffee. I call them all he's and all she's. None of them have a gender that I am aware of just yet. Of course they have a gender, I just haven't deciphered their genders because I can't tell just yet. They haven't developed their gecko-y genitalia. It's Splat! So come over here guys, I want to show you all off together. So this one's Ditto, who one of you named, one of my subscribers named. Oi, where are you going? That one who just jumped, that's Splat, because he makes a nice splat sound when he jumps. And this one over here, the largest of the babies, is Banoffee. So there's my little babies. Hello, bubbles. Hello. Look at them all. Look at them. Oh, that's Splat over there. Come here, Splat, true to name. Come here. Oh, this was not a good idea. Go away, back in there, back to doing your thing. I promise that I'll switch the lights off soon. There you go. Look at them go, they're so cute.
This down here is a dog that, you probably don't know this, but long story short, I used to run a dog daycare, and I took my dogs on a walk. I had 7 dogs in my pack, and one of them disappeared into the bushes and found this toy. It was actually a spaniel who found this toy, and I just thought it was so funny. So yeah, that's my creepy little dog toy, probably some kind of northern Inuit, or anyway, some kind of Spitz dog. But yeah, he's living in there for the moment. Yeah. Just thought I'd show you who's in there.
If you've made it this far in the video, please do me a massive favor and subscribe to my channel. I have amazing content coming for you very, very soon. I promise. I wouldn't say that if I didn't mean it. You're gonna be blown away. Some of these animals have never been featured on YouTube in any way, shape or form. So I'm just like, and you're gonna wanna see them. So please do subscribe to my channel. Also follow me on all my other social media, because I upload daily to my Snapchat, my Instagram, my Twitter as well. Not as much on Twitter, but I'm trying to be better with that, so bear with me. But yes, those 3 platforms, please do follow me on there. It's a lot of fun. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you so, so much. And I'll catch you in another video very, very shortly. I hope you enjoyed it. See you later.